What made you call the police on your own mother? My mom had always been a bit careless with stuff, but when she started dating this guy Jake 3 months ago, everything got way worse. I'm 19 and go to community college part-time while living at home. I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 12, and I take these pills twice a day to keep me from having seizures. Missing even one dose could land me in the hospital. It started small. Jake would leave beer cans everywhere and smoke inside, even though I told him the smell triggered my headaches. Mom would just shrug and say he was going through a rough patch. Then I noticed my medication bottle felt lighter than usual. At first I thought maybe I miscounted when I refilled it last week, but then I caught Jake in our bathroom at like 2 in the morning. He had my pill bottle open and was crushing up tablets with the back of a spoon. There was white powder all over the counter, and he had a rolled up dollar bill in his hand. When he saw me, he just smiled and said he was cleaning up a mess I made. I confronted my mom the next morning while she was making coffee. She barely looked up from her mug when I told her what I saw. "We just needed some extra cash for groceries," she said like it was no big deal. "You can get more pills from the doctor, can't you? It's not like you're gonna die without them for a few days." I felt sick to my stomach. These weren't just random pills. Without them, I could have a seizure at any time. I called Dr. Brooks and begged for an early refill, but he said my insurance wouldn't cover it since I just picked them up 5 days ago. He told me to be more careful with my medication. That night, I was making ramen in the kitchen when it happened. I felt that weird tingling in my fingers that always comes before a seizure. I tried to call out for help, but then everything went black. I woke up on the linoleum floor with my mom screaming and Jake standing over me with his phone out like he was recording. "Did you get that on video?" he asked her. "We could probably get money for this if we post it online." My mom was crying, but she wasn't telling him to stop. She was actually nodding along. That's when I knew I had to do something. The next day while they were out, I went through their stuff. I found my empty pill bottle in the trash along with 3 other prescription bottles I didn't recognize. There was crushed powder residue all over Jake's dresser, and I took pictures of everything. I also found text messages on Mom's phone that she left on the kitchen counter. Jake had been selling my pills to some guy named Tommy for $60 a bottle. There were messages going back weeks talking about getting more of the good stuff from the kid. When Mom got home, I showed her the evidence. She started crying and begging me not to make a big deal about it. "He's all I have," she kept saying. "If he goes to jail, we'll lose the apartment. I can't pay rent by myself." She promised it would never happen again and that Jake would get help, but I couldn't trust her anymore. I was scared to fall asleep because what if I had another seizure and they just filmed it instead of calling for help? What if they sold the rest of my pills and I ended up in the hospital or worse? So I called 911 and told them everything. The police came and found the crushed residue still on Jake's dresser. They also found the text messages about selling my medication. Both of them got arrested that night. I had to watch my mom get put in handcuffs while she begged me to change my mind. She kept saying I was ruining her life over some stupid pills, but those stupid pills are what keep me alive. Jake got 2 years for drug possession and distribution. Mom got probation but had to move out.